Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here from Talladega Super Speedway. I'm your host, Adam Chapman, here with you for the Unchained Racing League. I know. It's been a minute since we've been on here. But looking forward to tonight's playoff elimination race. Not a lot of drivers in here, honestly. So we'll see how this goes. Right now, there are 3 drivers on the bubble. We will get to them here in just a moment. Robert Chipman, Alex Lumpkin already locked in. We could go ahead and pretty much lock in a couple of these guys. Patrick DeSaunier, Sandy Curtis probably locked in as well. I'm about to post a link over in the YouTube chat, and we want you guys to post up where you are watching from, a video, or tag us in the picture that you post of you watching the broadcast. We'll show it on the broadcast. Be pretty cool. Something a little bit different we're trying to do here. Anyway, no Todd Chase Jr. tonight because he had a tornado hit down earlier and knocked out his power. So anyway, we'll see how this goes. Practice about to wrap up here in just a few moments. Gary Clanton on top of the board. Alex Lumpkin, Patrick DeSaunier, Ben Greer, David Kamara, your top 5. Like I said, not a lot of drivers in here, but should still be a fun race. 100 laps here at Talladega Super Speedway. Stage breaks at 25, and then 50 will be the end stage. So we'll see. All right, let me know who you guys are pulling for. Let me mute chat because I got some stuff coming in, and mainly from the league owners. So I need to make sure that I mute the conversation just to make sure it don't go crazy on me for a little bit. Anyway, so I was sitting here reading some of the rules that was sent to me. I'll go over some of these guys just in case. Now, this is for Talladega, of course. No passing before the start-finish line. No 3-wide racing is allowed on the till the straightaways on the backstretch. Then you're allowed to do whatever. That's only mainly for the starts and restarts. So that first initial start or restart, of course. All starts or restarts here on this one will be on the green flag. Leader has lane choice. Of course, they'll have to let the leader know. There's a couple other ones as well. Also, real quick, want to thank our sponsors. We will be mentioning these guys quite a bit tonight. They do a lot for, this league and stuff like that, of course. Rip It Racing, thank them very much. The NASCAR Diecast and Autographs on Facebook. We appreciate them very much so. So, yeah. So anyway, ready to go. And apparently, if you guys are watching, apparently my backdrop ain't very good. A lot of people don't like the backdrop, so I'll have to change it before next week's race, and we will do that before the race tomorrow night. We got a broadcast, so we'll change it back to, or go to a different one. Anyway, ready to get ready here to go from Talladega Super Speedway. Like I said, there's only like 13 drivers, I think, running this one. So we will do that and get ready to go here in just a few moments here for qualifying. About to start up here momentarily. A couple more rules, by the way. It looks like that we have 2 fast repairs tonight for this race. Probably not going to use both of them with only this many drivers. I wouldn't expect that many wrecks, but who knows, it could happen. But anyway, ready to get going. We're going to be doing some interviews and stuff tonight since there is nobody else with me in the booth, Todd not being here, so we will be bringing some guys in for some interviews here in just a moment. Actually, let's go ahead and grab one now. Alex Lumpkin, I believe, is going to be able to join us. Let me see if I can grab Alex. Hopefully he's not in a pre-race meeting right now. Let me see if I can pull him in. I do not have permission to move him, so we will not be pulling him. Can I pull anybody?
Down and holding.
Oh, I'm sorry, I moved the wrong person. But anyway, we'll try to pull Alex in here in just a moment. No idea why I can't move him in, but we'll see if we can figure that out. And All right, here we go. Practice equipment to an end. Sorry, I was over here messaging, make sure everything's set. We'll go to the big screen. Get ready to go, Brock, or get ready to go racing here in just a moment. As qualifying set to begin right now here at Talladega, playoff race number 3, I do believe, for these guys, ready to get underway. As we will wait to see who heads out onto the racetrack first. And then we will jump over. It looks like Gary Clanton going to be the first one to head out in the number 28 Chrome Ford as we watch him roll out. So one thing about qualifying here, qualifying honestly not too important. I guess it does matter for pit road and or keeping the stuff behind you early. One of the things that you're going to see these guys do here in qualifying, go up against the wall on their out lap, try to use as much fuel as they can. Even on their first lap, they will run up on the high side and then drop down to the low side on that yellow line for their second lap, which would be their fast lap, and makes them faster. So, anyway. See Gary Clanton up on the outside. By the way, for people wondering, this is the next-gen car, so this is the new car that NASCAR will be releasing next year to the real life stuff. He's actually going to run the low side here on his first lap out, so let's hop on board and ride with Gary. You guys can see the onboard shot here at Talladega Super Speedway, going down the backstretch at 186, 87? No, yes, 87 miles an hour. Of course, in the draft, it'll be right around 200 or so. Maybe we get this race going here momentarily. Here comes Gary working out at turn 4. We'll watch him come to the start-finish line here in just a moment. One thing different about Talladega, the start-finish line not in the center of the tri-oval. It's actually at the exit of the tri-oval that you see right here. As we exit that, and here's the start-finish line right there. Gary going to go to the top of the board at the moment with the 559. Sorry. So he goes to the top of the board at the moment. Patrick Gasson out on board, driving that new number 93 Infinite Heroes Chevrolet. We'll be able to see this car, by the way, this Sunday night when the American Sim Racing League starts back up. And we'll be able to see Patrick back out on track and doing what he does. I expect big things from him in that next-gen car starting up in ASL. We'll have to wait and see, but should be good to see. Patrick going down the back stretch here at Talladega, and there's your onboard helmet shot from onboard his car. Patrick right now is on top of the board. We'll see if he gets a little bit faster. 51.480, the fastest lap at the moment. We'll jump back here in just a moment with Robert Chipman, I believe. So we'll jump back to the 55. Looks like we only really have about 3 or 4 cars to qualify here. Like I said, qualifying don't be too much, but we've got Patrick crossing the start-finish line. Here's Robert Chipman in the number 55. See what he could do here in this one. All right, let me see if I can get a pull in here from Alec. So we can talk to him, Alec Lumpkin. Racing tonight, of course, in this playoff hunt as well. Alex, set him up in the booth.
Yes, sir. I sure do. How's it going tonight?
Pretty good, man. Probably not as much fun as you're about to have, though. Get ready to go around here at 200 miles an hour in this next-gen car. What do you expect for this next-gen to do here at Talladega?
Honestly, wreck.
Pretty simple, huh?
They don't have a lot of suck-up power. There's not much adjustments to them.
Yeah, and of course, we come into this race, man. I was just talking about the playoffs and all that good stuff, and everybody knows what's on the line, like you know, and everybody else knows. And honestly, it looks like that these guys that are already in, which you're in, of course, because you won last week. But these other guys that's not in, do you approach this race any different, knowing that you're automatically in the next round no matter what happens?
Honestly, yeah, I'm out here tonight to try and help a couple of my teammates get in. If that's not possible, then I'm gonna lay it out on the line and go for the win.
For sure on that one, man. Well, we're going to let you grit up. Is there any shout-outs you want to give out before we let you go and move you back up?
Yes, sir. I want to give a shout out to NASCAR Diecast and Autographs. They are my red and chrome paint scheme tonight. And definitely a shout out to Rip It Race Brakes. Go find them both on Facebook.
For sure on that one, guys. Good luck tonight, man. We're going to be up here watching you, and have fun. It should be a fun race.
Yes, sir. Have a good night.
You too, buddy. All right, there we go. That was Alec Lumpkin, by the way, the league owner of this series. So we'll see as we get a look here at your starting lineup. Patrick DeSaunier does take the pole here in that number 93. David Kamara going to be starting second. How about that? Two teammates sitting on the front row. Robert Shipman, Gary Clanton going to be in row number 2. Sandy Curtis, Chris right there in the 10 car. Gary Whitmer, Ben Greer right there. Alex Lumpkin, Joel Guy in row 5. And as you see, the rest of them going by. There's Chris and Joshua and Bill back there in 14. So 14 cars. We're getting ready to go racing here from Talladega Super Speedway. With that said, let's talk to our pole sitter, Patrick DeSaunier. We're pulling him. Patrick, you got a copy?
Yes, we do.
Pole here tonight, man. Pretty much locked into this next round, but your teammate going to be starting on alongside of you. That's got to be somewhat of an advantage, I feel like.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's see what he wants to do. Well, we might race each other a little bit at the beginning.
A new paint scheme tonight, by the way, man.
Yeah, breaking out a new one. Breaking a freshie.
Talk about this race, dude. What is the toughest part of this race?
Patience. Patience is definitely the hardest.
All right, man.
And the biggest thing with these new cars is the rear bumper is now curved. It's not flat like the old one.
I noticed that when I was looking at the Ford, by the way. It looked a lot different.
So you gotta really watch with the bump drafting. You can make it go wrong in a heartbeat.
All right, dude. Hey, good luck. We're going to be watching you. Car looks great on track, by the way. Go see if you can win this one.
All right, thanks.
Buddy. Next up, we're getting ready to go green. As, by the way, you see a lot of cars line up single file. Not a lot sure about it. But anyway, getting ready to go green flag racing here from Talladega Super Speedway. I hope everybody's excited for it. It should be good. 14 cars ready to start this race. We'll see how many finish because we always know the big one happens here eventually at Talladega. But with so many fast repairs, it shouldn't have too much of a problem. Keyword is shouldn't. But we'll see. With these next-gen cars, who knows what it's going to look like. We heard Alec speak about it. These cars do not suck up that great. So I feel like if you can get tucked up behind somebody, you need to stay there. And there's a chance that you really have a chance to break away. Anyway, green flag set to come out. No Todd Chase here, just me in the booth. I know it's kind of sad, actually. Kind of missing. Green flag is about to pop out here as they work through work through the tri-oval now, getting ready to get this one underway here from Talladega as the pace car is already dropped into the left. Green flag set to wave. As we wait, once again, the initial start will have to wait till the green flag. A lot of single file cars on the bottom. Not quite sure, but the green flag is out in the air. We're racing live from Talladega Super Speedway. It is the Unchained Racing League. We are underway here for playoff race number 3, elimination race. Here tonight. A lot of chrome cars, by the way, right there. A bunch, the 43, the 28, and looks like they're 52. You can already see the inside line getting a much bigger push. That's, honestly, you're going to see that a lot. You're going to see these guys really bottom feed a lot. Unless you get enough cars on that high side, the outside's not going to be able to do much. So keep that in mind. You already see a 3-car breakaway. Patrick DeSaunier, Robert Shipman, and Sandy Curtis. How about some breakaway from 3 cars, and then right behind them, you've got even more, kind of just bunched up a little bit, waiting for something to happen. A great view of all the cars out on track as they work through the tri-oval here, and looks like Patrick DeSaunier are going to be able to take lap 1 in the 93 Chevrolet and lead this one. Once again, if you guys are watching, post a picture where you're watching from and all that stuff. We'll show it on the broadcast here momentarily. On our Twitter page, make sure you post it there. I did post a link in the description or in the chat of Single file right now. We're going to see a lot of this. There's not going to be, at certain points of this race, I'm going to be honest, there's going to be not a lot to talk about, especially when we get like this. This is completely normal. A lot of guys will not even attempt to pull out a line right now. It's just one of the things that happens. I want to see if the scorecard is going to look pretty good. Check that out. I like that one. It's crisp, by the way. Good looking car. So top 5 broken away. David Kamara leads the second group right here, followed by Joel Gott, Ben Greer, and it looks like Alec Lumpkin, and the rest of them kind of just following suit as well. So really we got like a 5-car breakaway followed by about another 6 cars or so. And then Joshua Jernigan has actually had somewhat of an issue. I don't know if there was an issue here. I don't see damage, but he is actually 2 seconds behind this group in front of him. So I'm not sure what's going on there. But back up front, coming to lap 4, Patrick is going to lead this lap as well. There's nobody's going to pull out a line right now. Real quick, for anybody that does want to know, there's your look at your weather here tonight. Don't really matter too much here at Talladega. You don't really tend to burn tires off here, but it is 2.65 mile racetrack, 4 turns with 96 track temperatures. So there you go. Cars working down the back stretch here. You see all the cars right down the back stretch. Once again, only 12 cars actually started this race. We had 14 cars actually start or end the session, but only 12 gridded up and started. So not sure what's going on there. Patrick coming through the trioval once again. Looking for the start-finish line to lead a lap number 4. And this is the thing, we're going to see just a lot of this all night long until pit stops and all that stuff. I said it before, pit stops probably the most important thing when it comes to a place like this. I do want to mention is pit stops here. Fuel should not really be a problem until, honestly, after the stage breaks or during the stage break, once the stage ends, you'll see cars coming up pit road. But to be honest, you're not going to see a lot of green flag pit stops until, at least till the second stage or third stage, the final stage where it's 50 laps. Just keep that in mind. Still watching Chris Hogg. I hope I said his name right. Probably not, but still watching Chris right now. Let's get on board and actually ride around a couple laps here to see what it's like with Gary Whitman. Look what it looks like from the rear view. Looking back at the is your top 5. So 178.44. I do want to mention that the second group being led by David Kamara. Chevrolet is starting to creep up just a little bit. Honestly, not a lot of Chevys actually in this race tonight. We look up front here with the 93, 55, 43, 52, and the 4. here leading the way. Here is Robert Sandy Curtis. Your top three at the moment. The 55 going up a little bit. I wonder if he's maybe letting the car cool down. That's the only bad problem about you can't see, on board like temperature-wise. I think that was more maybe just the car getting a little hot here. I do see Sandy Curtis up on the back bumper. That's another thing I want to mention. We didn't know if these cars would suck up right. We heard Alec Lumpkin talking about it. These other cars behind these guys are closing the gap, by the way. I want to mention that they was actually 2/10 faster last time than our race leader. Up front, Sandy Curtis still running. Like I said, guys, a lot of stuff in this race. You're going to see a lot of single file races. There's not going to be a ton to really talk about at the moment until pit stops and all that stuff really gets started, especially with just myself in the booth tonight. Did have something happen back there. 14 and 28, I don't think they made contact, but they have lost. Let me back this up some. They was running. I don't even know what happened. Here's a replay. Watching the 28 right now. I don't know. They just lost it. I'm not sure what happened, but they definitely have lost the draft, and that's going to hurt that second group. That's not really what they wanted. Coming to lap 14 next time by as we work down the backstretch here at Talladega. Still waiting for pit stops to happen. We're pretty certain that these guys can make it to the stage end, which is on lap 25 for such to happen. Once again, if you're watching this broadcast, there's a link in the chat that posts a picture up. And we will post it on the broadcast. Watching the top five right now here at Talladega Super Speedway kind of break away from this second half. It's been that way since the drop of the green flag. This is what I was kind of expecting a little bit of here early. Maybe after this stage, we'll bunch them all back up, get a little bit closer together. Or honestly, they may do the same thing on that second stage. Kind of space out. Literally, these guys are not racing for absolutely nothing right now. You don't want to take yourself out. Even though these guys got quick repairs, still don't really want to take a chance of taking yourself out. So, you know, just take your time. It'll be all right if we get some of these laps in. I do want to thank the sponsors of this series once again, the NASCAR Diecast and Autographs. Check them out on Facebook, and also the Rip It Racing. Check them out on Facebook as well. I think even Alec Lumpkin, I think, is running their sponsor here tonight. We haven't really showed it, but we'll see if we can get to that right now. So not a lot going on. There you go. See if we can. NASCAR Racing, NASCAR Diecast and Autographs in the front, and then some other stuff right there as well. A lot of chrome cars in here, though. You're messing with me. There is Alex. I like that car. Coming through the start-finish line this time. $17 laps in. See if we can hop on board and get a ride here once again. Ford Mustang next gen. See how close it is with the bump. You can hear him lifting off the throttle a little bit. Right there, he's lifting out his full throttle. Chris in the full car. So you can get a little bit of air. This thing down here, it's actually going, leaving that bottom open a little bit. It's actually allowing Chris to get some air to that nose. That's why you see him pulling over to the left a little bit or to the right, whichever way. Just allows the car right there. This is another example. Just pull out a line and get some air to the nose. Keeps the car cool because you guys do not know these cars can overheat, even though it is a simulator. When they say simulation, it's legit a simulator. I mean, it takes, you know, heat and all that stuff can tend to blow up. So you can see that quite a bit here tonight. In these race cars, just cars moving around a lot. A lot of them not even trying to make a pass, just trying to keep nose or air on the front of the nose. There's some racing going on back here. Very surprised to see these guys racing. It's not really going to do much, but it'll give you a little bit of a points advantage, I guess, as far as the points go. As these guys back here race, we'll just continue to watch them because there ain't much really going on anywhere else at the moment, so that's what we'll continue to do. Lap 20 next time by at the line, so that means the stage break really going to be coming to an end here within the next 6 or so laps. Start finish line right there. 20 laps going to be shown on the board. Let me know in the chat, by the way, who you guys want me to interview. We will pull someone in and talk to them. We already talked to Alec and Patrick both. We'll just pull in somebody different, probably. Once again, the race is not the most exciting right now. Just being honest, I always call it like I see. It's not the most exciting, mainly just because this is really smart racing, to be honest, with playoffs and stuff on the line. I mean, it's Talladega. What can you really do? Especially with 12 cars, there's not a lot you can really do at the moment. So really just run your race and at least try to get to the end of this thing, and then that's when you start making your moves, and that's when the craziness can really start unfolding and taking place. This is pretty interesting. Joshua Jernigan about to go a lap down here at Talladega. Now, one thing about this is, even though he goes a lap down, he will get the free pass. So there is that. Here we come to the start-finish line once again. 22 laps shown on the board. Let's check in with that second group to see if they're closing in. We'll let you know at the line. Let you know how the lap times look. Leaders just crossed the line. They went a 49.578 with Patrick. These guys crossed the line. They're at a 49.8, so they're about 0.3 off what the leaders are running at the moment. There's a pretty cool camera on here. I want to see if I can get to it. Here we go. This is the fan cam from Talladega. Never been to Talladega, but this is pretty cool shots as the field goes through turns 3 and 4 this time. Once again, 2 groups here involved in this race at the moment. 2 packs, should we say. A group of 5 and a group of 4, and then we got a few other ones out there just kind of hanging around, I guess, would be the way to say it. Up front, you see these 3 cars now starting to break away from this second group. It looks like Chris and Robert Chipman kind of dropped back just a little bit, but we are coming to lap 24, which means about 2 laps left here in this stage as we work through turns 1 and 2 this time. Starting to see a little bit of a breakaway here. I wonder if that third place, Gary Whitmer's kind of dropping back a little bit. Maybe trying to get a run here on the outside. We'll see if they go to the outside. The 55 looked up there, but nobody else goes with it. All right, so we're getting a little bit of race here. Sandy Curtis going to the outside. May have done that on purpose. Maybe just trying to get some air to the nose. Or may have been looking for some teammate help right there, but did not get it. We'll see if he does it this time as well. Here we come to lap 25. This will be our final lap of this stage here from Talladega. And crossing the start-finish line. Does that end the stage? We'll wait and see if the yellow comes out. Oh, there it is. So that will end the stage. Patrick Saunders going to pick up stage 1 race win, or stage 1 win, should I say, not race win, but stage 1 win. Sandy Curtis, Gary Whitmer. As the rest of the field follows suit. So I think we're going to talk to Sandy Curtis here under the caution break. We'll wait till after pit stops before we do so. So the field's going to catch up to the pace car, and we will get ready to get this field all tightened back up. This is where things could get pretty interesting, because now this stage will go to lap 50 before we see that yellow once again. And then things will get really interesting there. So you see that everybody checking up. You always got to be careful here checking up near each other. I've seen some wrecks happen quite a bit like this. All right, so pit lane's going to be open this time, or should be open this time. As you see the field working off turns 3 and 4 this time, should be ready to drop down here in this one. We'll see, and you see the lucky dog going around. And we got some checking up there as well. Here's Alec Lumpkin, by the way. That's what we'll watch go down pit road. And that number 2 car, and a little bit of damage actually on the side. Oh, all over that car actually. Not sure where that came from. Quite a bit of damage, however, on Alex's car. Somebody else has some damage on their passenger side, I'm sure. Or, I'm sorry. Yeah, their passenger side would be where the damage would be. So he'll go pull in and he'll get that repaired. And just like that, damage is repaired. Race off pit road. We'll see how it goes. Patrick Desani are going to win the race. Gary Clinton stays out. Not quite sure why that is. He's not going to have enough to make it to the end of the next stage. So, anyway, let's pull in a driver. Let's pull in the 43 of Sandy Curtis here in the Ford. Let's see if we can grab Sandy and talk to him. Hey, Sandy, it's Adam up in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Yeah, buddy, how's it going?
Pretty good, buddy. You finished second that round, or that stage, should I say, not round, but finished second that stage. Talk about the race, man. Not a ton of cars here tonight, so right now a lot of just following the leader pretty much until the end of the stage is what it looks like, until probably the final stage, I would guess.
Yeah, it's pretty well going to be like that. This is my first time running these cars on super speedways, so it's a little bit of a learning experience, but I find you got to have somebody behind you to be able to push the car that's in front of you.
For sure, man. How much are teammates a big factor in this? When you kind of just hit on it right there, you got to have someone behind you. Are you already starting to talk to them about that?
No, it's way too early yet. You know, everybody's just kind of riding now. You know, that will also come down probably in the last 10, 15 laps.
For sure on that one, man. Any shout-outs you want to give out here before we move you back up?
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out. I just became a grandfather not too long ago, dude. So I'd love to give a shout out to my little squirrel, as I call her.
That's awesome, dude. Congratulations, you and your family, man.
Thanks a lot, buddy. Hopefully I can talk to you at the end of the race.
Yes, sir. Go get it. There you go. Let's talk to David Kamara. David has been, I've known David now for a couple of seasons, and we'll talk to the Clocks by Chris for 02 driver. David, man, you got a copy? Hey, David, you got me? Don't.
Yeah, I hear you.
There he is.
Sorry.
You're good, buddy. Clocks by Chris for right now, sitting 7th, it looks like, on the board. Talk us through it, man. Right now, you did lead that second pack that we had. Not a lot of cars in here that we're used to seeing at Talladega. So, talk us through your strategy so far. I'm sure right now it's basically just follow around and click off some of these laps.
Yeah, I started on the outside there. This car is dog on the outside. So, you know, you get stuck on the outside. There's nothing you can do with it. The draft in this car needs some serious work, but no strategy. Just do what you can do. That's all you can do.
For sure. We're coming up here, getting ready to start stage 2, man. Pretty much expecting the same thing, I would guess. But stage 3 is where things can get interesting with 50-lap run and all that. We know we're going to have green flag pit stops possibly. Have you thought about any kind of strategy right now, or is it just pretty much go out there and just turn laps?
Now, the last 50 laps strategy will come into play. I'll work with Patrick DeSaulnier on the 93, and we'll figure something out for the last, probably fuel only. And we're just trying to figure out now what it's doing to the tires on these 25-lap runs, but I'm sure we'll do a fuel only in that last run. So. For
sure, man. Any shout-outs you want to give out before we let you go and get ready for this stage?
No, just clocksbychristopher.com. If you're looking for a grandfather clock, our prices won't be beat.
That's awesome.
Mantle and wall clocks also. So.
Yeah, y'all do a good job. I know y'all did a trophy for the ASL series. Y'all do a great job on them, man. Go see what you can do here.
Okay, thanks.
Buddy. Next up, we're getting ready to go green. That's what's next up. It is going to be Patrick actually choosing the outside line. Actually, 28. Sorry. I did not pick Gary Clinton. Not quite sure. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what the strategy is going to be with that because he's going to have to pit under green. So we will see what happens as the pace cars get ready to drop off the track, and we'll go back green here in just a moment. There goes the pace car. Once again, thank you to our sponsors for the awesome sponsorship that they provide for us here in this series. I've mentioned it a couple times now, so we appreciate NASCAR Diecast and Autographs, and of course Rip It Racing as well. Pace car is in. Green flag set to come out. We go on green, by the way. Keep that in mind. Wait, green flag. Out of the air, 28, not a good start on that green flag. Patrick maybe laid off a little bit. Here we go. Ooh. These guys had a run in, by the way, in practice to 28 and 93. I think the 28 came up into the door. So. See a little bit of side drafting going on right now. Right, here's where things can get really interesting. See Alec Lumpkin back here. Anytime we have a restart and start and all that stuff, it gets interesting. All right, guys, it is time. You guys see it on the screen. It is time to turn it up. Well, you don't see it on the screen, but it is time for us to turn it up here on trackside. You guys enjoy. All right, one thing I've noticed that we're seeing a lot more racing this time than our previous time by. Ben Greer up on the outside lane with help with 55 Gary Chipman. So we're starting to see a lot more racing here in this stage than we did the first one, of course. A lot of guys probably getting feel for it. So that makes it good. It makes it really yeah, I thought Gary Clinton or Clanton would have to pit, and I've just seen that he actually looks like he is done for tonight. He may have had an issue. I did not see what happened, but here's what happened to him. He was actually ready to second. This happened coming off turn 2, moving around a lot. Okay, he just pulls off the track and on the brakes. And for a while, and he has disconnected, it looks like. So, unfortunate situation there for Gary, but he will finish P12, DNF, unfortunately. So that will leave us with 11 cars now. in this one. New Irish. Oh, we got a yellow. I did not see what happened. I was actually reading what the Irish. Here's what happened under this yellow. Everybody looked good there. Oh, there was a wreck further back end. This may have been David Kamara. Yeah, David Kamara had an issue. It looked like he may have blinked out, possibly, because he was up there. And not quite sure what happened. Yeah, right there he blinked out, unfortunately, into the wall. So that David Kamara, unfortunately, brings out the first official yellow here of the race on lap 35. As we will catch back up to the pace car. These guys may hit pit road. This is going to make things very interesting for that next pit stop. Whoa. Oh, the 4 hits the wall on the outside hard into the wall. Was, I don't know what happened. Did not check up for the pace car in time and almost getting back to the 93. And there's what happened. So yeah, everybody is going to come down pit road. We definitely know the 4 was. Looks like not many people actually. A lot of cars are going to stay out in this one. So we'll get set to go back green here in just a couple laps here around this one. I think we'll double up next time by maybe, or maybe 2 laps from now before we double up. All right, so we will wait to see. It looks like we have 2 cars officially out of the race already in this one. David Kamara looks like he is done as well. So we will get ready to go back green here in just a moment. See that dog car going around, it looks like. All right, so we are doubled back up, ready to go back. Green flag here at Talladega Super Speedway, coming to lap 38 at the drop of the green flag, so we'll be waiting on that. So while we wait to do so, we will go down the backstretch. Like I said, guys, no, the race is not the most exciting, especially with 10 cars, and that makes it a little bit tough, but I do expect the racing to get better as this race goes on. Even with the amount of cars we have, could be a very good finish to this one. Do want to go ahead and mention that tomorrow night, let me double check this, but the CM500 Snap Mobile Shop will be in action. I do believe tomorrow night. Yes, from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We will be live. Again, we'll be back live on Friday night as well. The Midnight Thunder Series special broadcast that night. Trust me, you guys do not want to miss that one. Should be good for the September 11th stuff. So make sure you tune in to watch that one. Here we go. Green flag set to come out. And there it is. We are green flag. Here once again at Talladega Super Speedway. Patrick Lasagna up front, being pushed by Sandy Curtis. Both of them guys have been up there pretty much all night long. And this one, we are only about 12 laps away from the end of this stage, by the way, before we go to the final stage. See the top three kind of breaking away. It's Joel Guy right there in third. Then we got some good racing a little bit further back. Big Bear, Alec Lumpkin, side by side in the 19. And that looks like that outside lane, or actually Lumpkin going to lose a couple spots here. Dropping back down. I think he kind of gets the bigger picture. You see him dropping down. Fall in line in 8th place with the 4 Chris and Justin Jernigan behind him. But up front, a lot of pushing right now being done. It's 91 and 19. Let's going to make a move. At 19 and Big Rig, the only Toyota in this server, or in this race, should I say. Of a 3 to 4 car breakaway, then once again back to another small group of 55 with Robert Chipman leading this one. Single file once again throughout the field. coming through. Get ready to come through the trial. But once again, caution flag will wave around lap 50 for that second stage break. As Patrick Saunier picked up the win at the first stage. Single file once again. Here we come out of turn number 4 this time. Pit road about to be a busy place after this stage. Once again, I'm going to be curious to see how many people elect to pit when we get ready to end this stage. So we had some guys come down at the last caution. So there was a little bit of a difference, about 10 lap difference or so. Between some of these guys, so we'll have to wait and see. Lap 44, single file throughout the entire field, as we've seen here so far tonight. This has been one of them tops of races that we have seen here, and only 10 cars right now in the field. But still, running speeds up to 200 miles an hour here in this one. As Patrick Saunier has been out front for a lot of this one. He's already won the first stage, and here he is right now leading the second one as well. He's been out there for how many laps has he led now? 42 laps at the moment. That's quite a bit of laps to lead here at Talladega. Not easy to do, even in the next gen car. Still very tough. See some cars moving around. That's a little bit further back in this field. It looked like that was 14 that moving just a little right there on the screen. That blue and red and black Ford Mustang moving around just a little bit, but able to get it back under control as we get ready to come to lap 47 this time. Patrick Saunier still out front here at Talladega Super Speedway. Once again, watching the Unchained Racing League, sponsored by NASCAR Diecast and Autographs on Facebook, plus Ripper Racing Breaks on Facebook as well. We're now on lap 47. I got a question on the overlay. Can you guys see the lap? Just out of curiosity. I know it might be hard because the live thing might be covered. If it is, I need to fix that for a future broadcast. But on lap 47. coming to lap 49. It looks like Patrick Desaulnier, well, this is where things get interesting. We'll see if the 43 decides to make a move. He needs some help in order to make a move next lap, because this will be coming up on the final lap of this stage. Going to need some help. In order to make a pass here on that 93. Patrick's shown a lot of strength tonight. 46 laps later once he hits the line. Here we go. Final lap of stage number 2. Out of turn 2, you see the 91 may make a move. Joel Guy thought about going to the high side. Elects not to. Here comes the 55. He's making a move up. Not going to have any help because the 91 could not get up just yet. See if he does this time. The 43 looks for backs up just a little bit. Watch for a big run from Sammy Curtis here out of turn 4. Here comes the run. Jumping to the outside. Not sure if he's going to have help, but it looks like he does. Checker flag for stage will go to Patrick wins stage 2. Patrick wins stage 2. We'll be talking to him here in just a moment. We'll let pit stops get underway. So congratulations to Patrick Desaulnier picking up stage 2 win here for the second time here tonight. Patrick wins the stage. Before we pull him in, once again, Patrick, we've already talked to him once tonight in pre-race, but here he is picking up stage win number 2. He's got to like where he's at. We are coming up on the big stage here, the final stage of the night, where everything can really get crazy. So we're going to be watching pit stops here in that Infinite Heroes Chevrolet, getting ready to come down pit road. Here we go. Patrick coming down this time in the 93 Chevrolet. Field run speed right at 55 or 60. I think it's 55 here. No, it is 60. I do apologize. It might be 65 to be honest. We can actually find out. 60 miles an hour, so there you go. Coming into the pit box. Going to probably take 4 tires here, I would guess, for his final stage. Definitely 2 rights. That may be it. And filled up with gas. He's going to take lefts. He does. Let's see if we can pull Patrick in and talk to him. Hey, Patrick, set him up in the booth, man. You got me again?
Yes, we do, buddy.
Winner of stage 1 and 2. Multiple laps led here tonight. I know not a ton of drivers in this one, but you still got to like where you're at right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Looks like it's tough to pass, to be honest, for some of these guys. Whenever you're out front, looks like it's tough for them to get a run on you. It looked like we did see Curtis get somewhat of a run, but wasn't able to pull it off. But are you surprised by how these cars really feel out there? Well, I know you haven't really been in traffic much, but are you surprised by how much they're not able to really get a run in the draft?
Yeah, I know it's just a characteristic of this car to try to close in because of how much air is now flowing from below them, with it being a flat bottom car compared to what it used to be. So it does create a bubble of air between the two cars, and it takes a lot more to pop said bubble.
For sure, man. Hey, good job winning stage 1 and 2. Definitely going to solidify your spot into the next round now, but good job on that, and go see if you can win this one.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Back up. Getting ready to go back. Green flag here in just a moment, guys. That. We'll see if these guys pull off pit road, by the way. Looks like the 14 actually pitted before the stage break, and you see the 4 pitting now. So, looks like Bill Petroff going to be the leader here in this one. And we'll see if he's able to hold up front. Here we go. See if Patrick can pull off a big win here at Talladega, even though, like I said, the car count's not the highest, but the domination that the 93 car has shown here in this one, going to be tough to do. But there's still a car that we really haven't talked a lot about. That is Alec Lumpkin. There's a couple other ones I think that are a lot better than what we think they are. You see the 2 car on your screen. I feel like he's a lot better than what we think. He's just kind of been minding his own business somewhat. He did have a little bit of damage that he had to get repaired, but I don't know. This is the part of the race where things can get shaken up and change really quick. And that's one thing that we're going to have to kind of keep an eye on as we get set to go back green here in just a moment. Here we go. Green flag set to come back out. 14 is going to have the lead. Once again, cannot go green flag or cannot go on the gas until the green flag. So no starting until the green flag, and we'll be waiting for that. As green flag is out there, we are racing here once again. Final stage here in Talladega for playoff race number 3. This is the elimination race, by the way, in this one. Something I want to mention real quick about the next couple of races. That we haven't even mentioned, to be honest, about the next couple races of the schedule. So if we go down and actually look at a race schedule, it is going to be Texas, Chicago, Martinsville, and Phoenix. So there you go. So Texas next week, it looks like, on September the 14th. Yeah, I was reading the comments. Somebody over said they wasn't a big fan of stage racing. To be honest, they actually commented on the YouTube video. I'm kind of the same way. I'm not the biggest fan of stage racing personally. They just let them race, and that's how you finish. That's how you finish. But I also get it at the same time, and they make it more exciting somewhat. But I'm kind of the same way with the stage stuff. I'm not the biggest fan of it personally. And the broadcast campaign is good, but I get it at the same time. Oh, contact between the 14 and came down to the 93. Hard contact. And Patrick probably not going to be happy with Bill picking up on the lead. So he's definitely not going to be happy with that one. Things could get ugly here in a hurry. That is not a way to make a friend. Yeah, 93 push the 14 hard. Watch right here. Yeah, it's about to get really bad. Back out front. We'll see if Patrick decides to jump up to that outside or stay in line pushing Bill here. Single file once again, but trust me, it will not stay single file long here in the third stage. See the 93? There we go. Oh, man. That was a bad timing block, I believe, by the 14. Yeah. That was definitely could be questioned by the 14. A little bit of bump there. Patrick goes up line to 14. I don't know if he knew he was clear, but you also see Lumpkin taking a hard hit there. Alec flipping upside down, and unfortunately it looks like Alec may. Did he flip back over? He did. Thank gosh. He's not thinking. He took a very hard hit. Ugh. Finally, when the car comes to a stop, it basically flips back over. Here's what happened to Chris as well. I think he kind of avoided a lot of this. He gets him back to the so the big one kind of happens here from Talladega, and there is probably some people that is not very happy, I would guess, in this one. It is going to be open. So Patrick is going to take that fast repair. He's definitely got one. So you see it popping everything back out of place. That's a good thing. Most of these guys should honestly have one. I don't know if Bill does. There you go. So I must say a lot of these guys honestly should have a quick repair. A lot of them definitely want to use it, I would guess. So we will get ready to go back out of here in just a moment here in this one. As that's our second official caution of the night. ready to go back green here in just a moment as we work our second caution here of the night. We've had to have 4 cautions, but keep in mind, 2 of them have been stage breaks, and there's your look at it. Once again, 7 lead changes here at Talladega, which is definitely not a lot, to be completely honest with you, considering it is Talladega. And a lot of people, you know, expect 20 to 30 lead changes, especially in a 100 lap race, but it does seem like it's very tough to pass out there. So here we go. Cars are double back up. How about another car that we haven't really talked about? Joshua Jernigan up on the outside in the 11 Pennzoil car. Another car we really haven't spoke about. He actually went a lap down at the start of this race, but here he is up in second. Keep in mind, though, he did not pit. Himself and Robert Chipman did not pit after that last caution. Just a little hint for you. So pace car getting ready to drop down here in a moment. We'll work through turns 3 and 4. We've got 41 laps to go once we hit the line. Here we go. Pace car takes a left down pit lane. Green flag set to come out here momentarily. As you can see, Patrick already getting a big run right behind the 55 this time. So Robert Chipman going to have to push from that 93 car. You also got the 43 of Sandy Curtis. We've seen him plenty of times here tonight. Single file now, all cars on the bottom. Once again, guys, it's time for us to turn it up here on trackside. You guys enjoy. right back here at Talladega Super Speedway. Up front, Robert Chipman, Patrick DeSaunier, your 1-2, followed by Sandy Curtis, Gary Whitman, Joel Guy is your top 5 at the moment. Coming to lap 67 this time as we work through the trials. I just want to mention pit stops are still not out of the question. We may have to hit pit road one more time at least. Well, it's definitely going to be one more time. So we're still waiting to sort of see when that happens if we get to a green flag pit stop. You see the top 3 kind of trying to pull this away a little bit from these guys. From 4th on back right now, the top 3 under Sandy Curtis, your top 3. Then Gary Whitmer trying to make sure he keeps that draft. Should be able to keep it, honestly, but something we'll just kind of watch out for. I'm not a big fan of this package. I'm going to be honest. I know we've talked about a couple drivers that said that tonight themselves. Not a real big fan of it. I'm kind of right there with them. This draft package is not the greatest in these. Hopefully it gets fixed a little bit. It's very tough to build a draft out there, like not a lot of runs and all that stuff to be able to get a run on someone. Here we come back out of the corner once again. 68 laps right now are being shown on the board. Coming to lap 69 next time by Robert Chipman. Nothing has really changed up front in this one at the moment. Robert's out there now for 12 laps with the lead. Once again, he will actually have to hit pit road before the rest of these guys. I think a lot of these guys know that too. And really that hurts the 55. He's going to need a caution, I feel like, because he's not going to be able to have any draft help. Guys kind of pick laps off as we get ready to come to lap 70 here in just a moment. 31 laps to go in this one. What has happened here? Yep, we had some cars pull off track, and green flag pit stops are underway here from Talladega. We see pit stops. How about that? Everybody not taking tires on this one. Some cars got caught speeding. Yeah, a bunch of cars got caught speeding. Joe got and Chris both caught speeding in this one. Unfortunately for Chris in the 4, it may end his chance at a championship run. These guys right here, we're going to be watching these very closely. They're going to have to hit pit road probably within the next 5 or so laps, I would guess, on that. I don't know. One of the things we're going to be watching, though. Here we go, coming to the start finish line. Will they pit? Not just yet. This is basically becoming a 4-car race because when we had them on the 4 cars pit, 2 of them got a black flag penalty. So this is really becoming a 4-car race here at Talladega. And it's these 4 that you're looking at. Robert Chipman, I'm still a little bit worried about. Just for the fact that he may have to pit on his own. 3 guys behind him really don't have to pit when he does, and that's their choice. Here we come down. Let's see if some cars hit pit road. We're going to be coming to 26 laps to go here in this one. Come back to the start finish line this time. Once again, Robert Chipman probably going to have to hit pit road within the next 3 to 4 laps. Estimating on that, while these other guys do not have to hit pit road for at least another 7 or so laps. again, nobody coming to pit road this time. We will check on the other guys who did pit a little bit further back. You see Alec Lumpkin. These guys do actually have cars grouped up, which could be big for Alec Lumpkin, honestly. Pretty close if they're going to be able to take... I don't know if they'll be able to take the lead or not, but it's something we're going to watch. Down the backstretch they go, coming to lap 79 next time by. Not a whole lot at the moment currently going on. We're just waiting on pit stops to happen, which honestly should happen sooner than later for these four guys that's out there. Chipman, DeSaunier, Curtis, and Whitmer all should have to hit pit road any time. I'm surprised Chipman's able to stay out as long as he's had. But we know that's coming to an end very soon. It could be any lap now. You see them four cars out on track, nowhere else to be seen except second group right now. They are over 51 seconds behind. Make that 41 seconds behind, actually. I was reading that wrong. All right, let's see if they come down. We're coming to lap 81 this time. I don't know how much longer at 55 can go. To be honest, I'm surprised he's able to stay out as long as he has. The fuel mileage is a lot better than what I really expected. Hop on board, Gary Whitmer, and just ride around for a couple laps. hot time. We don't have to know what happens. Of course, he's already locked into the next round anyway of the playoffs, so no issues there. Coming to lap 85 next time by. Once again, pit stop should be coming down any second now. Crossing the start finish line. I'm surprised that Chipman's able to run 34 laps. Honestly, under green flag. Not all that's been green flag, I understand that, but surprised that he's able to run as many laps as he has at Talladega in this car. So this car seems like it gets a little bit better fuel mileage wise than the current Cup car that we have now. So that's something a little bit interesting to think about. I'm curious about the tires. Are these they are the single leg tires, okay. Lap 86 coming down into this one. It's going to be interesting because what if he does not have to pit for another 10 laps or so? Will these other guys behind him have to pit? Laps on this run for the 55. Robert Chipman. I need to go back and check the stats real quick. Robert Chipman already locked his way in at Kansas when he picked up the win. And here he is coming down pit road. How about the 93 to 43 staying out? No, they're going to actually pit, but weird injury by both. There goes the 93 through the infield. Patrick DeSaunier and is it Gary Whitmer? No, that was also the 43. Sandy Curtis. Both have issues getting going to pit road. There's some excitement. Both of these guys had a good chance to win this one. Not anymore. Some hard contact. Both missed pit road. Both are going to be spending some time. Gary Whitmer, however, makes it in pit road. Have to double check. There he goes. Down in the way. Him and Robert Chipman both. It'll be a very interesting here for Alex Lumpkin because these guys are starting to come and close this gap up and should have enough to make it to the end. Will they be able to get up and grab his lead away from Whitmer and Chipman? I don't know if they're going to be able to. Gary Whitmer takes the lead. And honestly, I don't know if they're going to be able to pass. I'm trying to see if there's a big gap here. There's a pretty big gap. Both not up to speed yet. Yeah, I don't think Lumpkin's going to be able to catch these two guys right here, honestly. They might be able to, but it's going to be tough. Patrick DeSaulnier finally exits pit road with Sandy Curtis, and there's a, unfortunately, without a caution, them guys are going to be out of it. Tough break there for Patrick and Sandy both. So, there's a gap of about 4 seconds. This has came down to a 2-car race here at Talladega. It is going to be Gary Whitmer or Robert Chipman, unless a yellow comes out. I don't think anybody's going to be able to catch them in this one. It's something that we're going to be kind of watching here. Laps to go at the stripe. Really, if you're Robert here, right now is about the time you start really trying to figure out how to pass the 52 without a drafting partner. You don't really have no help. Maybe you could drop back a little bit and pick up the 11 of Joshua Jernigan and see if he'll push you. But it's going to be a tough pass to make. We've seen it almost done, and it was pretty close. The 93, unfortunately, may have a helping hand. And who wins this one? Patrick can get up there and maybe push one of these guys to the win. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know if he's going to have a draft or not. Alec Lumpkin in third and fourth with a 19. So this is interesting. 93 has caught it back to 55 with the 11. This may allow Patrick to kind of determine which lane will win this race. And if a caution was to come out, Patrick right now would be your four cars in the lead lap. Here we go, coming to 5 laps, 30 minutes time by at the stripe. Gary Whitmer up front, Robert Chipman, Alex Lumpkin, Ben Greer right now your top 4. Out of turn 4 this time. They're going to be seeing the 5 go sign up in the air here at Talladega. And kind of a weird race, honestly. It hasn't been the best race. We've only had 8 lead changes, but kind of a weird one, so to speak, because there hasn't been a lot really happen. But that is Talladega Super Speedway sometimes, especially with low car count. Next week in Texas is going to be a lot more exciting. We'll have Todd back in the booth with us as well. Fortunately, Todd not here tonight. Tornadoes hit down near his house and knocked his electricity and stuff out, so up in Michigan. So hopefully everything will be good by tomorrow night, and he'll be back in the normal things. Coming to the 3 lap to go mark next time. These 5 cars that you see are not all for position. Only 2 of them are the only parts that matter. And that is the 52 and the 55. The rest of them cars are a lap down, unfortunately. Time 3 laps to go this time at the line. Gary Whitman trying to win another race here. This time it will be at Talladega. I'm not sure how many he's actually won. That's I don't know how many he has. Maybe somebody watching could let me know how many wins Gary Whitman has. Two laps to go here at Talladega Super Speedway. Out of turn 2. Here's where you got to start setting up your move if you're the 55, I believe. Maybe, I don't know. You might be able to get some kind of help. You see that other Ford jumping out of line. That was Sandy trying to help, get up here and help that 52. White flag about to be out in the air this time. The race will be official. See some cars dropping down. Looking for the start-finish line this time. Gary Whitmer going to have a big move to his outside. Here comes the 55 drag race, and it will be Whitmer with the win. Let me double check. Gary Whitmer wins at Talladega. In a very close finish, by the way. I will say that. Here's a replay of that finish. See if we can stop it and show you guys where it actually happened at. Right about here is your distance. Right there is your distance. And Gary Whitmer with a big win here at Talladega picks up the win here at Talladega. We're going to be talking to him as well as Robert Chipman and Alec Lumpkin once again. So, let's pull in. Okay, we may have to wait. I don't think he's actually in. Oh, there it is. I said Whitman, by the way. I meant Whitmer. I said Whitman all night. Gary Whitmer picks up the win. We're going to talk to him right now here at Talladega. Gary, it's had him up in the booth, man. You got a copy.
Yeah, I got you.
Man, fun race for you, able to get the win here. It's kind of a weird race for a Talladega, to be honest. It really came down between you and just one other driver because pit stops and all that stuff. Talk us through that last run. You was able to get out front. It looked like it was so tough to pass here, and you was able to pull off the victory.
Yeah, it was really tough to get to the outside. Even if you had 2 or 3 or 4 guys with you, you just couldn't pass. And so I just got behind the 4 and saved some fuel, pulled into the pits, didn't have to take as much fuel as everybody else, and I got out in front and I just let it go.
Yeah, there was an accident coming on the pit road with you right beside you to your right side. That had to kind of get you a little bit nervous, but other than that, man, this track and this car, talk about racing this car here because it looked like the draft wasn't as strong as the current gen car.
No, it's not. You really have to be about half a car behind your front car to actually get a draft that you can get up to push. And then when you get to push, it's not there. It's just the draft is not as good as the other cars.
Yeah, it looks like that to me as well, man. Either way, picking up a win here at Talladega, that's always a fun one and a very tough one to do as well. Any shout-outs you want to give out here tonight, man, before we let you go?
Oh, of course, yeah. Y'all's podcasting. Thank you very much, Alex, for putting this on for us. You are racing, and Robert for pushing me all the way.
For sure on that one, dude. Hey, good job, man. That was awesome to watch. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. There's your race winner here tonight in that 52 machine. We'll move him back up. Now it is time to talk to Robert Chipman. I think this is him. We'll pull him in. Hey, Robert, it's him up in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Yes, go ahead.
P2 tonight, man. Talk about that last run. It was pretty interesting. It looked like it's so tough to really slingshot or try to get around somebody here. Talk us through the last bit of this race.
The last 2 laps, I was right on this bumper, and so I set back a little bit. I knew I had the 93 in back of me. He was pushing me, and I was trying my best to make that swing around, and I just couldn't quite get him.
The good news is we're away from Talladega now, so the super speedways are over. Now we head to Texas Motor Speedway, which begins the new round of the playoffs, which you're already in. Talk about heading to Texas, man. Are you looking forward to that track?
Yeah, Texas is another one of my favorite tracks. I expect to do well as that one. Probably by the top 3, I would think.
For sure on that, dude. Any shout-outs you want to give out tonight before we let you go?
I'd like to thank URL Racing. I'd like to thank you guys for broadcasting this race. It was fun.
Thanks, man. Hey, good job tonight.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Sorry, buddy. Good second place finish for him. We'll move him back up. And last up, we got Alec Lumpkin pulling him into the booth right now. Alec, third place finish tonight, man. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I sure do.
Third place finish, and honestly, you kind of hung around. I don't want to say the back because it really wasn't the back, but it was kind of around 7th quite a bit of most of this race. But working your way up, finishing third place, you got to be somewhat happy, I think, with that. Good finish overall.
Yeah, it's way better than I thought I'd get here at a super speedway. I don't have much good luck here. here or Daytona. But man, I can't say how disappointed I am in this package in this car. That was probably the most uneventful, boring elimination race I've ever been in. So I want to apologize to all the viewers right out of the gate. I'm glad next season we are going away from this car. But yeah, that was very uneventful.
Yeah, it was. I'm gonna be honest. This is the first time I've actually seen this package on a super speedway. I'm looking forward to Texas because I know Texas with this package will be a lot better as far as the close racing. So I don't know. This package is weird on super speedways. Anyway, talk about Texas, man. We move on to the playoffs. Round 2 of the playoffs get ready to start from there. Talk about your thoughts heading there.
It's reset time. Right back to we got 3 more races, and then we're gonna have an elimination race at Martinsville. So I was only locked in through this race, and I got 3 races to go get it done to get locked into the final 4. I am excited about Texas. These cars on the 1.5 miles, the 2 miles, Michigan, stuff like that. They've been a blast, but you wouldn't think that watching this race tonight.
I got you, man. Either way, a third place finish here tonight. You know what it is, man. Shout outs and all that.
Yes, sir. I want to thank NASCAR Diecast and Autographs coming on board for this race on my car. Thank you for sponsoring the series along with Rip It Race Breaks. Go find them both on Facebook. And yeah, and I want to thank you guys too. Second race. Sorry we couldn't make it better for you and the viewers.
To be honest, man, it was kind of rough on me just because I didn't have my partner with me tonight. So, you know, it happens for all of us, I guess. But, hey, either way, a third place finish. Good job.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother.
There you go. There's Alec Lumpkin putting up a third place finish. Thoughts on the race, guys? Like they said, the package was horrible. I'm not going to lie. This was, like Alex said, the most uneventful plate race I've ever seen. Just being honest, you know. But it wasn't third. These guys' fault. You can't help, you can't pass. But it is what it is. We'll move on and go to Texas. That's going to be fun. Y'all have a great night. We'll see y'all tomorrow night for the Sim 500 Racing Series. Y'all take care. Have a great night, and God bless.